Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell about how to create a AWS Lambda function using to start and stop the EC2 instance. So firstly, in this video, I'm going to create one instance. Then I have using some IAM roles over here. So in this video, like I want to reduce my Amazon services. So I have to create an EC2 instance by using the stop and start my EC2 instance automatically. I will show you like I have not creating any of the instance recently, so it will be showing correctly over here. So it will take time sometimes. So that like to start and stop the services of EC2 instance at regular interval using Lambda functions. So firstly I have to create an instance and then I have to create a custom AWS identity and IAM role policies to execute the roles for a Lambda function. So in this now I have to given the name of start and stop. Then I have to run my machine on. I have choose Amazon Linux. I can choose Ubuntu also. So I have choose Ubuntu over here. Then I have to select the key pair so that it will be worked on my. As per my requirement, I am not using any of the keys so that it will work without my key. So I have to just test over the like how my stance is working. So how it will start and it will stop automatically by the Lambda function. So now I have launching my instance over here. Now I have to show you like how it will work. So like it's in pending stage. Like it's, if you create an instance, it will be running stage after some time. So now I have to my work is like I have to show you like how it using Lambda function to start my this instance, and then how my stop services using Lambda function to stop my this instance. So now I have to go to my IAM role after this, so that I will show you how to create my attachment policies over here, so that how I can give an EC2 full access to my this instance. So now I have to show you how did it work. Now I have to go to my IAM role. Firstly, I show you its Lambda function over here. Before going to Lambda function, so I have to create I have to create an instance. Sorry, I have to create an already created an instance. Now I have to provide some policies. Then we have to go for the IAM roles. So here I have to show you like how to attach our existing policies to use these services. Now I have to click on Lambda function, and then I have to write any of the basic information, like I have to provide the function name. Then I select the programming. I choose Python. Then there is a using an existing role. For this I have to go to my IAM role, where I have to provide some policies. Before going to this step, I can't attach that existing policies over my Lambda function. So this is the must. This is very important steps where you have to provide some policies so that I can give all the access to my EC2 so that they can access my file. They can access my instance. Now I have to create some policy over here. Choose AWS services. After clicking into services, then choose Lambda function. Click on I have to click on AWS services. Click on Lambda function. Click next. So in this now this is the steps where we have all the policies. So I have to choose AWS full access, EC2 full access over here, so that I can provide all the policies to my Lambda function. First I will choose Lambda basic execution rule. I have to see. Then I have to select our EC2 full access. Then I have to select EC2 full access over here. Now I have to select this one. Click next. I have to provide the name over here, like the role name, which role name you have to select. You can provide any of the random name that you can select over here. So here I have given the name of Lambda EC2. This is my random name which I have selected. This is all my policies which I have created in my role in this role. These two policies are attached. Now I have to click on create role. So after creating this role, I have go to back my Lambda function. Now now I have to choose my existing policies over here. This is my Lambda EC2 schedule. Then I'll click on create function. After clicking create function, so this is the window which I have used on Lambda function over here. This they will showing our code. I have to write a Boto code over here, Boto3 or Python, which I have used. I have to select all this one. So here this is my code which I have used import Boto3, and then I have to Boto3 is like a Boto is a designation of the AWS Python SDK. Boto have a different type of versions like Boto3 and Boto Core, where we use Boto3 is the most recent version of SDK, and it's for Python versions, and it includes a number of services that specific features to make and development easier. So it is compatible with all the current AWS cloud services like EC2 instance, DynamoDB, AWS Configure, CloudWatch, and S3 like simple storage services they have used. So it is recently used in the Python which we have to appear into software developer. We have used previously on different versions of programming. So now they have a key features like they can consistent up to date on the interfaces. That's why we have used these services, Boto3 services in our Lambda function. So that I can access my instance, I can use these services to write a code, and we have to, as we see that there is a import Boto3, then I have to select the region, which region I have to work. I am presently in the North Virginia, so I have used US East 1. Then I have provided the instance ID. Which instance I have already shown you that I have created EC2 instance, so that I have provided that ID over here. Then I have provided an instance of like variables like EC2 equal to boto3.client. This is my EC2 and this is my region name, that where I have provided the region name is the name. Then I have defined the functions over here like lambda handler. This is the lambda handler is used to like to access my events, and they have to access my the services which I have used start and stop. So mainly they have mentioning EC2 stop instances like, and this ID I have to use, and so that I have to print the services stop your instance, and same goes to EC2 starts instance services over our services should be started over using this command like started your instance. So these are the services which I have used. These are the commands basically I have to use to access my profile over here, so that they can these are the only code that can access my services should be start and stop. Then in there's more steps over here, so that then I have to deploy this code, then I have to test this code that this code is executed or not. Then I have to add some files over here like how did it access my start and stop services. I have provided a create an events also over here. Now I will show you how it worked. So this is my create instance over here, so where I have to access my instances. So I have provided the name over here, start and stop, so start EC2 instance. where I have to provide some key over here. I have to mention over here like my instance ID and all the things which I have to create it like where I have using all these services. Instances ID I have over here. I have to put my instance ID over here. I have to just mention it over here to show that I have to put that ID over here. And then I have to show you like how I have to put all my IDs over here so that it will run automatically. Then I have to mention the actions. Action will be like start and stop services. So this all things I have to create it over here. This is my instance ID over here. Now I have to save this. Start EC2 was successfully saved. Now I have to create new event over here for stop EC2. Now I have to write over here stop EC2. Then same goes to over here template. Then here I have to just correct on stop. Now to save it. So there is my instances stopped over here. So I have to just refresh it. So it comes on the pending stage. Previously my instance is running. Now it's come to pending stage. While I have to test my code. Now I have to go to run this instance again. Now it is in running stage. Now I have to go to on stop instance and test it. So it goes to stop stage. So these are the start and stop services by using Lambda function I have created. So they are switching to stop my services. So these are the steps we have to follow to make any of the instance should be started on stop stage by using Lambda function. And these are the mainly the small code which you use to Boto3 over here. So in the coming video, I have to learn about more about things about Lambda functions. So thank you for watching over my videos. Take care.